Welcome to the second attempt to make a demonstration video of the new Rework body search UI. I thought video would be quite helpful here because it's not that easy to explain what is changed in text and images. So I wanted to make a short overview video. I hope it's short, maybe it's 10 minutes, we will see. First mode is if you go to administration and round settings, you can see the mode. We are starting in mode 0. I can switch the modes. There is an error in the UI, but ignore it for now. The switching of the modes does work actually. This is another problem for another day, not for today. If I'm an innocent player in mode 0 is the default TTT mode. Basically, this means I can search and confirm any player. Any player can search and confirm any player. It's not limited to detectives also. So if I kill this bot and look at it, you can see that I have the options to search and confirm and to search and confirm covertly. I am doing the latter, and if I do so with Alt+E, you can see that for one thing, the report death button is grayed out, and this has an explanation on the top right in this blue box, and this says that I have to confirm the death before I can report it. It has been this way in TTT forever, but it wasn't represented in the UI. If you press the button, nothing happens. There's only a small notification in the top right corner, but that's it. And we wanted to design the UI in such a way that it's clear to everyone that you can't confirm the player that easily without you can't report it without confirming them first. Another thing that you can see here is that there are the default informations that were there before as well, but now there are a few more information added. Like you see that it was a point blank attack. This was because it was relatively close by. I think I was like 10 meters away. I think point blank is defined in my code up to 200 units, and I think a unit is an inch. So it's like 200 inches, and you can now calculate how many meters. I think it's 2.5 meters is 100, so it must be 5 meters. Something like this, in the range of 5 meters or so. Then you see the last damage that the player took. This case it's 200 HP, and it was a headshot. Therefore, the damage icon changed to a headshot icon. If it's normal bullet damage, there's a different icon here. That's it for this box. And the next box is the death time, and now the death time and the DNA sample both have a live countdown or a live timer. So it isn't just updated when you reopen the UI, it's also updated when you have the UI open. The DNA sample decay reaches 0 at some point, and when it reaches 0, then it stays there. But if you reopen the menu, then it is vanishing, or then it's no longer there. Then you also see how many credits this body is carrying. Everyone can see how many credits there are, but not everyone can take them. So I, as an innocent, can see there are 2 credits, but I can't take them. If someone else now comes and confirms it and takes the credits while I'm looking at it, I can see the box vanishing. And this is an interesting gameplay aspect because it might be useful to detect if someone is taking the credits. If the other person is also opening the UI in a covertly mode, so with Alt-E, they don't take the credits. So you have to confirm to take the credits. Also, the newly added information is the floor of the crime scene. There's also a new box if the player died in water and so on. So you get a bit more small details to use to get information about the death. Yeah, now I can confirm it. I can confirm it by pressing E, like I said earlier, or I can press confirm in the UI here, and then the normal thing happens that there's a message on top right corner. I can also report it now, and there's also a message for the report. There's nothing else to show in mode 0 because in mode 0 it doesn't matter who is reporting the body, but in mode 1 it gets more interesting. So I select a detective. So if I'm a detective and go to mode 1, ignore the error that's happening right now, and I shoot another player, you can see that they are the same information that they were before, but I also see that I can search for receive unspent credits. If I now switch back to another role, like for example a trader, I can see that I can press E to search, or Alt E to only be the search UI. And I'm also receiving credits if I'm searching. And this means that if I'm pressing E, I search it and take the credits if I want to be quick, and Alt E if I only want to open the UI. In this mode, everyone can still see all information, but only detectives and other policing roles are able to confirm the body. So I can open it and take a look at it. Like you can see here, I see the same information, but I only can take 2 credits. And if I press take 2 credits, I get 2 credits, like you can see in top right. But the confirmation actually is forbidden. I'm not allowed to confirm. The difference here is that now the reporting is allowed. It's as explained in the box up there in the top right corner. Like in mode 0, reporting was restricted for unconfirmed bodies, and in mode 1 and 2, it's inversed. So I can report it without confirming it, because I have to report it so the detective can take a look at the body. The same is true for credits. In mode 0, I can only take credits if the body is confirmed, and in mode 1 and 2, I can also take credits if it's not confirmed, like you've just seen. So as you can see, I've taken the credits and still an undefined body. If I now switch again back to detective, I can press E to confirm, and you see its death is confirmed. And you can also see that there's a bug with the UI because it wasn't updated with the credits that were removed. That will be fixed. And you can also see that this body was searched by a public policing role like a detective. So now I'm switching to the last mode, mode 2. And if I'm not a detective, like for example, I'm now a jackal, and if I kill a player, you can see if I open the menu that there is nothing in there. I see that I don't see the player icon, I don't see the role, I don't see the role color, I don't see any role information, and I don't see any death information. Confirm is still forbidden, but I can report the death. If there are credits in there, and I can track credits, I can kill a female player, maybe there's a traitor. This one has credits, and if I open the menu, I can see that there are credits, because a jackal is able to take the credits. I have to be able to see the credits, so I can press take 1 credit and I get it, but nothing else happens. As you can see here, it's the same credit bug that you've seen previously. So if I'm a detective though, if I go back to detective and take a look at any of these bodies, I can still again confirm them and I see the information. Now that the information is stored on this body, I can switch back to, for example, innocent and take a look at this body, and you still see that this body was searched by policing role. Previously, only detectives were able to see if this body was searched by a detective. Now everyone is able to see it. This is because now, if I'm open it, I still get the information that the detective was able to see, but I don't see the information of a body that was not searched by a detective. So this is to make it a bit clearer for players that walk through the world if the body was searched by a detective. And I think that's basically it. There's still a few minor bugs that are by fix, but the update is mostly done from the coding side. There's probably a big rework after the update is pushed to GitHub and reviewed, but the feature-wise, it's now done, I think.